You're staring at a tangled mess of Ruby code written 2 years ago, methods nested like Russian dolls, variables with cryptic names, and conditional spaghetti threatening to collapse the whole system. Jay Fields and Shane Harvie walk you through a kitchen counter of refactorings, slicing the chaos into neat, manageable pieces. But what if you could transform this mess step by step without breaking a thing? That's the secret they reveal, and it starts with spotting code smells that scream for change. Before you can fix code, you have to recognize its silent cries for help. Fields and Harvie introduce the rookies and pros alike to code smells, those subtle, pervasive clues that your Ruby is begging for refactor. In one example from the book, a method in a user class obsessively pokes into the profile object, manipulating its data instead of focusing on its own job. This feature envy smell makes the code fragile and confusing, like a cat constantly peeking into a dog's food bowl and causing a fuss. Recognizing this is the first step to cleaner design. Think of code smells like the scent of smoke in a house, not always flames but a sign of problems brewing. Just as smoke prompts action before a fire breaks out, detecting these signs early helps programmers identify parts that'll become nightmares if left alone. It's an instinct programmers sharpen with practice, like surgeons sensing trouble before making an incision. When you start refactoring, you're essentially giving your app a detox. By methodically addressing these smells, extracting methods, moving code to the right place, simplifying conditionals, you transform brittle spaghetti into elegant, flexible structures. The payoff? Code that not only works today but happily evolves tomorrow, letting you launch features without fear. Refactoring isn't just about cleaning up, it's about wielding Ruby's unique superpowers. Fields and Harvie show how Ruby idioms supercharge tiny transformations that ripple through your entire codebase. They share a vivid example where a cluttered method filled with conditionals and repeated loops becomes a lean, readable masterpiece using blocks. This refactor feels like swapping a tin of tangled headphones for wireless earbuds. Elegant, less error-prone, and easier to follow. Blocks let you pass behaviors, creating flexible, reusable code chunks that gel naturally. Mixins are the Swiss Army knives of Ruby that Fields and Harvie encourage using wisely. Imagine a toolbox where you can pull out only the screwdriver or knife you need at the moment. They show how pulling shared methods into modules and mixing them into classes prevents duplication and keeps responsibilities neatly divided, much like modular furniture adapting to any room layout. Duck typing, that glorious principle Ruby lives by, lets you write methods that work with any object that quacks right, not just those from a rigid type hierarchy. The authors teach you how to use this feature to simplify conditionals and polymorphism, reminding you it's like hiring people based on skills, not their job title. This flexibility leads to code that's tough but graceful. You might picture refactoring as risky surgery or a massive rewrite marathon. Instead, Fields and Harvie champion a different path, small, incremental steps that build trust and avoid chaos. In a compelling case from the book, a developer at a startup builds tight automated tests before touching a fragile Rails app. These tests act like crash test dummies, catching regressions instantly. It turns refactoring from a leap in the dark into a controlled dance, dramatically lowering stress and fear of breakage. Instead of blitzing through a refactor in one long sprint, the authors teach you to chop it into tiny, digestible changes, like cleaning your room shelf by shelf instead of all at once. Each micro-step validates the new design, ensuring your changes don't rattle the system and letting you back out gracefully if needed. Finally, refactoring is never done, it's a habit. Fields and Harvie show how iterating slowly but surely lets your code sing. Gradually, what once was a limping mess becomes a system so sound and intuitive you marvel at it, proof that craftsmanship and persistence trump shortcuts every time. Remember that messy Ruby code from the start? It's not a monster, it's a puzzle waiting for your expert touch, one refactor at a time. Every time you spot a smell and wield Ruby's elegant tools, you're making your code healthier and future-proof. Try this now, pick one small method in your project and apply a tiny refactor. You'll feel like you just cleared the fog from a window. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.